Hey artists, welcome back to Miss Goldie's Art Room. Today we're going to make a fun, complementary colored emoji piece of artwork. You will need a pencil and eraser, crayons or colored pencils, and something to trace with. You're also going to need different shades of each of the complementary colors. So different shades of greens and reds, different shades of blues and oranges, different shades of purple and yellows, a piece of scrap paper, and something round to trace with. The first thing we're going to do is fold our paper in half in one direction. And then fold it in half the other direction. This way, when we open it up, we have 4 equal squares. We're going to go ahead and grab something circular, and we're going to trace the circle in each square. Now that we have our 4 squares, this is where the fun really begins. We're going to draw a different emoji in each of the circles. You can choose whichever ones you like. Here are some examples to go by. Because summer is my favorite season, I'm going to draw the cool guy with the cool sunglasses in my first emoji circle. For my next emoji, I'm going to draw the LOL guy, because who doesn't love to laugh? And so I don't get confused later when it's time to trace or color, I'm going to erase what we call ghost lines right now. And because I miss all of my artists in my classroom, I'm going to draw the sad emoji. It's okay to feel sad sometimes and admit it. For my last emoji, I'm going to transform it into my favorite animal, a cat. I'm going to make it a happy, joyful cat. Once we're done drawing all of our emojis, we're going to use a black Sharpie or a black pen or something dark to trace all of them. Go slow, stay on the pencil mark, do your personal best. Now that all of our emojis are traced, we're going to focus on the background around them. I like to keep all 4 squares separate, so in each square, I'm going to draw a different type of line in the background. I'm going to start, when I get to the emoji, I'm going to stop and pick up on the other side where it looks like it will have left off. Same thing for the next square. I'm going to start my mark, stop at the emoji, then pick up on the other side where I left off. Feel free to add some shapes instead of lines. And of course, we always have to sign our artwork. So before we color, find a spot and write your name. Once that's done, go ahead and grab your eraser and get rid of all of the leftover pencil marks. Now that our paper is nice and clean, we can focus on coloring in our emoji squares using the complementary colors. The complementary colors are yellow and purple, red and green, and blue and orange. As you can see, I have different shades of each complement laid out. This will make it easier for when we do color them in. First, I'm going to focus on the emoji sunglasses with the black crayon. After the sunglasses are complete, I'll go ahead and find a pink crayon to color the emoji's mouth. Once that's complete, I'll pick my first set of complementary colors. For the first one, I'll use yellow and purple. So I'll color the emoji in a shade of yellow, and then I'll use its complement, purple, for the background. I'll grab my scrap paper and put it underneath so I can color right to the edge of my paper. And as you can see, I have 2 different shades of purple, one light and one dark, so I'm going to do a pattern. I'll skip the second section and move on to the third. Then I'll grab my darker shade of purple and I'll complete the pattern. Oh, and it looks like I forgot the last light section of purple. So I'll quickly fill that in. And then I'll move back to my darker shade of purple. Next, I'll grab a second set of complementary colors, blue and orange. I'll color my emoji in with the orange crayon, and then I'll use the two different shades of blue to make a pattern in the background zigzag lines. Next, I'll move on to the complements of red and green. First, I'll color the eyes of my emoji in with the black. I'll also color in the emoji's eyebrows with the black. Then I'll start with the red crayon and color around everything inside the emoji's face. Next, I'll move on to red's complement, which is green. And because I have two shades, I'll color in my circles with the darker shade of green and around it in the lighter shade of green. Because my background color is a lighter shade of green, I can go ahead and color right over those dark circles. Now I just have one square to go. Because the square touches the blue and orange on one side and the yellow and green on the other, I'm going to repeat the complements of purple and yellow, just reverse them this time. So I'll color in my kitty's face using the purples, and then I'll use my different shades of yellow to make a pattern in the background. Thanks for stopping in to Miss Goldie's art room. You did a fantastic job today, artists.